I'm here with David McCormick, Dave's RC Electronics, and Dave, you've got something really neat here.
Yeah, this is my new Safe Start. This is my introduction into the field of safety and attempt to prevent some of the cuts and unwanted prop strikes that occur so often with electric systems.
And as we all know, electric-powered aircraft have very sharp propellers.
Yeah, and unlike the gas and glow motors, an electric motor, when it hits something, tends not to just stop the way a gas or glow motor does, so injuries can just be terrific. And this is an attempt to save some cuts and some injuries.
Well, anything that can make electric aircraft safer, I'm all ears. So let's see what you got here.
Let me show how it works. The circuit consists of two pieces. There's a small circuit board that mounts inside the fuselage, wherever's convenient, and a second one that mounts inside the fuse with this little button sticking out just enough that you can get to it.
Okay.
The location's not critical, wherever's convenient, cosmetically pleasing to the modeler. The only important thing is that you be able to get to that easily.
Okay.
And the connections are made, the ESC plugs into the circuit, and then the circuit plugs into the throttle channel of the receiver.
Okay.
Okay. And here's how it works. When you first connect the battery, the unit arms the ESC so that you have full control of all your control surfaces. That means you can make trim adjustments, work on the model, do whatever you need to do to it, but the throttle is completely disconnected.
No throttle. I like it already.
No throttle. Now, when you get ready to fly, all you have to do is press and hold this button for 3 seconds.
Okay.
Now, if you change your mind and you don't hold it 3 seconds, it goes back into the safe mode. Or if your throttle stick is not all the way on the stop position, it will just keep blinking. It won't go into the run mode. But when you have the throttle stick all the way down and you hold the button for 3 seconds, you'll see it turn green, and as soon as you release it, now you're ready to fly.
Now you got your throttle. Okay.
Now, as soon as you complete your flight, before you even pick the plane up, press it again, and immediately you're back into safe mode. Your throttle's been disconnected. And nothing you can do, pressing the button, nothing you can do is going to make that motor lurch, including even if you turn the transmitter off with the battery still in the unit.
Okay, so I pick up my aircraft, I'm walking back to the pits, I can't inadvertently push and hold the button and it's not going to go live again.
You see that throttle stick is on high right now, and the speed controller thinks it's on low.
Okay.
The important thing to understand here is that the unit is actually sending the low throttle command to the speed controller right now. It's not just letting it hang out there and never land.
Okay.
You'll notice that servo jittering. That's because it doesn't have a signal, but the speed controller does.
Your radio's off.
I'm sorry, I turned the radio off, didn't I? Okay, that's another good point. I'm sorry, that's what I had done, is to show you that even if the radio's turned off with the battery in the model, it won't let that speed controller lurch.
Okay, and you know, unfortunately with our transmitters and our receivers, turning them off can sometimes get some weird things going on, and you can get stuff happening that.
And this keeps it from happening. Let me show you a couple of other features too that are not immediately obvious. If by chance you forget and your transmitter is off when you connect your battery, you'll notice that this time the unit will not arm the speed controller at all.
So it's not going to show any lights.
That's right, but you also have no output to the motor.
Okay.
Now, once you do remember and turn the transmitter on, you'll see the throttle stick high. The button is going to blink bright orange to tell you that your throttle is high. When you bring it back to the low position, it puts it into safe mode, and now you're ready to go.
Oh, okay, so we've actually, it's a safe start, but it's also got additional safety features built into it.
The idea behind it is that with the combination of holding the button down for 3 seconds and checking to be sure that the throttle stick is on low when that happens, it makes it to where the unit will not give you control of the throttle until you're ready to fly, and it's sure of that.
Excellent.
And that's the whole idea.
Excellent.
And then once you've made that flight, if you'll press it again, then your throttle's disconnected no matter what happens. So you don't have to worry about dropping your radio on the way back to the pits or somebody bumping you on the way and cut fingers.
Now, I know a lot of today's electronics they'll only work with certain systems.
Right.
Is this generic? Will it work with any radio system?
Completely compatible. And here's the reason why. The outputs from the receiver to the servos or the speed controllers are standard across the spectrum.
Okay.
That's why you can use any brand of servo with any kind of receiver.
Sure.
The difference between 2.4, 72 megahertz, Futaba, JR, and all of that is all in relation to the transmitter to the receiver. Once the receiver has received that signal, the outputs are the same.
The output is the same. Okay.
Right.
All right.
And so that's the reason it'll work on any system. And you had asked me earlier if for some reason you should lose the signal while you're in flight. Once the unit is in the run mode, the fail-safe of the receiver is going to take over and keep the motor running at whatever the fail-safe settings are.
Sure. Well, it looks like a great product. I know I personally would feel safer having it on my aircraft and my son's aircraft. Is it available now?
Yes. You can either catch us at a show like this, or you can order online at davesrce.com.
Okay. And what are we looking at for pricing on it?
$35.
$35. Well, that's a heck of a lot cheaper than a trip to the ER.
Big time.
Dave, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you, sir. Jeff. Thanks.